Good early, sir.
All right. So before we begin, kindly please turn on your cameras.
Good early, sir.
Okay, so I will take a screenshot. One. All right. So yeah. So may I request to turn off your mic when we have our discussion so that it will not be reflected on our meeting recording. I will upload it later when we are done with our lecture. Okay. So I will just share to you my monitor. Wait lang muna.
Good early, sir.
Dodoli, can you now see my presentation? Visible na ba guys sa inyong monitor?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So today we are going to discuss, since we are done with the independent sources, which is yung kanyang symbol is a circle, no, for um, this one is for voltage, this one is for current, this one are all independent sources. Okay. So there are also sources that is dependent. Okay, it it means that that uh, that specific source is dependent on one variable, okay, or one value inside the circuit component. So it could be a voltage, so it's dependent with the voltage, or it is dependent with the current, which is across the or passing through the component. No? Most probably, common is yung mga value ng ating resistor. It could be a voltage or a current from our resistor. Okay, so here, kung nung last time we are solving with independent sources and it's denoted or it has a symbol of a circle. Now, for dependent source, it will give you a diamond shape. Okay? Diamond naman yung ating dependent sources. Kung voltage, a diamond with a plus and minus symbol. And on the other one, or the other side, it's a diamond shape with the arrow of the current. Kung saan papunta yung current natin. Okay? So uh, if ganun ang instances, there are four types of uh, dependent sources. So we have two types for voltage source, and two types also for current source. For letter A, that's VCVS. Okay, so this is for letter A. It is voltage source, okay? It's a voltage source. So nakita niyo yung kanyang symbol, this one. It's a diamond with plus and minus. That's a voltage source, which is, kung titingnan natin, yung value niya is V is equals to micro or mu V1. So here, yung kanyang dinedepend is yung value ng V1, which is yung voltage dito sa part na to, sa circuit na to. It can be the value of your resistor. For example, if you have a resistor here, V1. Okay? So, kung ano yung value ng R1 dito na voltage, magdedepende yung value ni dependent source doon. For example, your V1 here is 3 volts. So, what will happen now is, kung na-determine na natin na V1 is equals to 3 volts, what we do now is to substitute it on our dependent source value, which is V is equals to mu times 3 volts. So now, your value of your V, your voltage source here is 3 mu. Okay? Now, this one is a voltage source with uh, voltage, okay, with voltage dependent, no? Dependent siya sa voltage na iyong resistor. Okay? So that is voltage source. So V, voltage source controlled or voltage controlled. So this one kasi voltage controlled. So voltage controlled. So voltage controlled voltage source. So voltage controlled voltage source, or what we say VCVS. O kaya siya tinawag na VCVS. Voltage controlled voltage source. Dito naman sa kabila, kung makita nyo or mapansin ninyo, we have also a voltage source. Pero, yung kanyang binibase naman is yung current I1. Okay, which is yung current na dumadaloy dito sa taas. Okay? So, kung ano yung value ng I1 dyan, we will just substitute it on the value of our P here. And this one is a current controlled voltage source. Or yung tinatawag natin na CCVS. Okay? So that's letter B. Now, kung may ganon din yung ating, kung may ganon ang ating voltage, meron din tayo for current source. So ito, as you can see, it's a current source, diamond, with an arrow, and then it depends no, on the value of the voltage. No? So this one is a voltage controlled, okay, voltage controlled current source. Okay, or BCCS. Alright? So, dito naman, the other side, it's a current, okay, current controlled, current source, or CCCS. Okay? Nakuha ba, guys? Alright. So, yun lang yung apat na types ng ating dependent source, no? And we can see this, you can see this one on our preceding na mga problem solving. Okay? So, kung ganun ang kanyang ano, ibig sabihin, hanapin kaagad natin kung ano yung kanyang control. Okay? Ano yung controller niya? If it is a voltage control or current control. Okay? Let's proceed to this example. Okay, for this example, you can see that there are two sources. Meron tayong independent, and this one is dependent. Okay. So ngayon, ang independent, meron siyang sariling value, no? Meron siyang sariling value ng kanyang current. Okay, since current source ito. Dito naman sa kabila, meron tayong dependent source. And yung dependent source na ito is nagde-depend siya sa value ng current passing through sa ating R1. Okay? Okay? So, ito, kung ano yung value na makukuha natin sa I1, yun yung ilalagay natin sa value dito para makuha natin yung voltage natin. Okay? So, nakuha. So, tingnan natin kung anong type ng source yung ating dependent source dito. It's a is it voltage controlled or current controlled? Since ang nakalagay dito is current, it's a current controlled voltage source. Okay? So, CCVS. Sige. No, sir, paano natin i-compute niyan? It's the same method na ginagamit natin in solving the independent sources. So we can do KVL, KCL, current division, no, voltage division. We can do that one, series parallel. Okay? So same thing pa rin. So ang nangyari lang is that if we are going to integrate no the formula of the dependent source, it will be a variable. Okay? Variable yung ating makukuha. So, it's a formula. So, we need to find first the value of the controller. Okay? So, it's if voltage or current. Okay? We can understand that one more if we do solve the example. Okay, for this example, as you can see, this one has two sources. So we have independent source and dependent source in series, no, connected, no, in connection. So yung independent source natin, kung napansin niyo, it's 6 volts. Okay, 6 talaga value. Pag tingnan natin yung ating dependent source, meron siyang 3V1, which is yung V1 na to is makikita natin sa voltage ng 2 ohm resistor natin. Ito. Okay? So ngayon, itong voltage dito sa dependent source natin, magdedepende ngayon kung ano yung value ng V1 dito sa 2 ohms. Okay? So now, let's try to solve it. Ano ba yung pwede natin gawin? So we can do KVL, no, in this loop. We can do that one. Okay? So KVL at loop 1 at loop 1. So yung arrow natin start tayo dito sa 6. So it will enter negative value. Okay, negative 6 up to minus V1. Okay? 'Di ba? If we do KVL, we express no, our values into voltages. Okay? So dito, copy lang muna natin yung minus V1. Okay? And then we go past to the positive, the 3V1. Okay? Then, plus, since walang polarity yung ating resistance, so you can do a plus 6. And we do assumption of our current. Since wala pa tayong given na current, we can name it as I. Okay? Equal to, balik tayo sa original na first component, which is the battery, equal to 0. Okay. Now, since we already expressed this one, titignan natin ngayon kung ano pa yung mga hindi pa na-express into its voltage, no? Voltage formula. So, itong 6, negative 6, expresses into voltage, V1 express na din, 3V1 expressed na din sa voltage, yung 6I, yung I natin is not expressed in voltage, tama? Ngayon, hanapin natin ng paraan na yung I natin, okay, yung current natin can be expressed in terms of V1. So saan, ano yung ating ano na itong, ano ang ating gagawin? So if we take a look on the V1 here, okay, dadaan din yung I natin, di ba? So we can say that your I is equivalent to V over R, which is yung voltage natin is V1, okay, over your resistance 2. Nakuha? Okay. Now, we can substitute it dito sa ating value of I dito. So we can have negative 6V1 plus 3V1 plus 6 times yung V1 over 2 natin, which is equal to 0. Okay, then we simplify the equation. Negative 6V1 plus 3V1 plus 3v1 equals to 0. Okay? So we have combined like terms for v1. So we have 6 minus 1, that's 5. So plus 5v1 equals to 0. So ilipat natin sa kabila yung isa. That's 5v1 equals to 6, or v1 equals to 6 over 5 volts. Okay, nakuha. Alright? So, yung V1 natin ngayon is this, 6 over 5. Ngayon, paano natin malaman yung ah, voltage dito, no? So, isa-substitute lang natin yung value ng V1 dito. So, we have P times 6 over 5. So, that's the answer. Okay? Nakuha? Alright. So, let's have another example here. For this one, um, we apply we cannot apply KVL here since naka-parallel, mas perfect na gagamitin natin is si KCL. Tama ba? Agree tayo niyan. Okay? So yung ating sources, dalawa din. We have independent, which is si 4, and independent, which is si 2i, which is yung 2i1, which is yung i1 natin is yung current na dumadaloy kay 6 ohm resistor. Okay? Ngayon, pwede natin i-consider na this line, okay, okay, na this line is a node, right? So yung kung node siya, we can simply say that we can perform KCL here, right? So ano yung mga current na pumapasok sa ating node? So we have 4 amperes, which is upward, entering. Meron din tayong leaving, which is the I1. We have entering, which is a 2i1, and we can assume, no, that this 2 ohm resistor here has an outgoing uh, na current. So, pwede din na baliktad. You can do an inward, no, na movement ng current. So, it's up to you. It's up on your assumptions. Okay? Though the answer will be just the same, yun lang, the value will be a negative value or a positive value. So, magne-negate lang dun sa answer na meron kayo. Okay? So, now, we can perform KCL here. So we can say that it's node 1. So KCL at node 1. So ano yung mga pumapasok? We have 4 and we have plus 2i1. Okay, equivalent to outgoing natin, we have i1 and plus, meron tayo dito. Ano yung value natin dito for 2? In terms of i1. Ano yung ating take note that your your connection is in parallel, right? Therefore, your voltage here, okay, will be equivalent also to V here, and V here, right? Tama ba? So therefore, your uh, 2 ohm here can be represented as what? V over 2. Okay, yes, V over R. Now, ano yung I1 natin? Ano kaya yung I1 natin? What would be the representation of I1? So, ang I1 natin can be also represented by V over 6. Kasi nakita natin dito sa part niya, dito. Okay? So, nakuha. So, now, we substitute I1 here in our equation. That's 4 plus 2 times V over 6. Okay? V over 6 plus V2. Alright? So next is to simplify. No? V over 3 equals to V over 6 plus V over 2. We can multiply this all by 6. Okay? This one is 6 times 4, that's 24. Okay? Plus 6 divided by 3, that's 2V. Okay? This is 6 divided by 6, 1. So that's V plus 3V. So we add the common terms. So we have 224 plus 2V equals to 4V. Lipat natin sa kabila. Yung isa, that's 24 equals to 4V minus 2V. Alright? And that would be equivalent to 24 equals to 2V. Divide natin both sides by 2. Alright? So your voltage here is 12 volts. Alright? So nakuha ba guys? Nasundan? Okay, now going back here, since our V here is 12 volts, okay, since our V here is already solved, that is 12 volts, now we can get the value of I1. So your I1 here would be this, tama? So that's I1 equals to V over 6, and that would be 12 divided by 6, and that is 2 ampere. So this one has a 2 ampere value, the I1 here. Okay? So, kung since I1 natin, okay, fix ko lang. Since our I1 here is 2 amperes, therefore, what's the value of our current here? That's V over, so it's 12 divided by 2. Okay? 12 divided by 2, that is 6 amperes. Okay. So, if we have here 2 times, ano din, just 2 I1, that is 2 times 2, that is also 4. Okay? Right? So, nakuha? Okay. Sige. So, based on this example, we applied here the 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 computation that we did during independent sources. Wala tayong binago sa ating process. Tama ba? Wala tayong binago sa process natin, no? Okay. So, since wala tayong binago, ang nangyari lang is nagkaroon lang tayo ng changes with the way that we solve. No? Ang ginawa lang natin is nilet lang natin as variable yung ating unknown na dependent source. 'Di ba? Hindi natin siya nilagyan ng value. Instead, hinanapan natin siya ng paraan that we can express it to what we are looking for. Okay? Nakuha. So, hindi natin siya maka-cancel out sa ating equation, but we instead express it to the terms or variable na kailangan natin to get the unknown value. Okay, then hinay-hinay na siya. Pag nakuha natin yung unknown value, we can just substitute it to get the final form of our dependent source. Right? So I hope that is clear to you. So let's try solving pa. Okay, so this one, we have to solve or we have to find V1 and I2 on the circuit below, which is ang answer niya is for V1, we have 24 volts. And yung I2 natin is 2 amperes. Okay. So, tingnan niyo yung circuit. Dito na part, ito na part is putol. Tama? We don't have any wires here. Okay? Take note na yung wire lang natin is yung nasa baba lang. Okay? And yung ating dependent source is nagdedepende siya sa voltage ng ating 8 ohm. Tama ba? So if we do KVL here, okay, we can simply say that your V1 is equivalent to 8 times 3 amperes. And that is 24 volts. Right? Tama ba guys? Okay. Now, since we already know what's the V1 here, we will just substitute it in this value or in this formula. So that is 3 times 24 volts. And that is how much? Ilan? You help me calculate, guys. Okay, so 3 times 24, that is 72 volts. Okay. Now, ito, wala na 'tong, part sa ating computation dito sa kabila. Kasi since we already know what's the value of our V1, which is nakuha na natin kanina, which is 24. Okay, now we will find I2, which is 2 amperes. So yung I2 natin is located on this part. Okay, on this part. Ito sa baba. Okay, so what are we going to do now? So let's analyze. Let's analyze the circuit. Ano yung pwede natin gawin dito? We can do voltage divider. Okay, voltage divider. So we need to simply make the combination of this first. Okay, and then we get the value of V8 here. Okay, once we get the value of V8 here, we can solve for the current. Okay, so once we got the current, we can do current division right after, right? Dito, pagkatapos natin ma-solve yung V8, ibalik natin siya sa original form niya dito, which is parallel 6 and 12. Then we apply current division. Okay, so let's see. So ano yung ating combination ng 6 and 12? What's the combination of 6 and 12? 6 times 12 plus 6 plus 6. So that's 4. So we have here a 4 ohm. And then let's find for the voltage V8. Okay? So pag nakuha natin yung voltage V8, that is 8 times 72 over 8 plus 4. And that is how much? 8 times 72 over 8 plus 4. That is 48. Okay, sorry. 40, 48 volts. Right? So this one has a value, okay, this one has a value of 48 volts. Now we can say that your I8 here will just be the division of 48 and 8. Tama? And that is 6 amperes. So this one has a value of 6 amperes. Nakuha. Okay. Now, erase na naman natin to. Okay, let's go back here. So since we already know what's the current or the total current for that, we can solve for the current current division. So we can first solve for the 6 or I6. So ano yung formula natin? I6 ohms equals to pag current division, yung kabaliktaran niya, yung numerator, so that is 12. Okay, times 6 over 6 plus. So, okay, nakuha. So that is 12 times 6 Alright? 6 plus 12. And that is 4 amperes. Okay, so this one has a 4 ampere value, right? So since meron tayo ditong entering, okay, magka-KCL na tayo dito. Okay, since we already got two values, no? So ano yung mga entering natin? We have 6 amperes. Okay, data rin to, assumption lang yun. So meron tayong 6 ampere na entering. Then we have also I2 equivalent to outgoing, which is 4 amperes. Okay? So anong gawin natin? We put the other one on the other side. That's I2, 4 minus 6. And that is negative 2 amperes. Okay? So a negative, again, the negative value here only indicates that your direction, okay, direction ng current mo is on that position. Okay, nakuha? Okay, so if we perform KCL here, ang mangyari is substitute lang natin dito sa I2. So that would be 6 plus minus 2 equal to 4. And that is 4 equal to 4. And that is correct. Okay, tama. Okay, you get me, guys? Alright. So again, wala tayong change sa process ng chapter 2 natin discussion. Ang nagbago lang is that we have to be notified kung ano yung unknown sa ating or ano yung controller sa ating uh, voltage source or yung sa ating dependent source. Okay? So let's try another example pa dito sa chapter 3. So dito tayo. Okay. So let's try this problem 3.1 on the exercises na ating libro. So we have here find V1, no, and the power delivered to the 10 ohm resistor. So yung V1 natin is located at the 5 ohm resistor, kung ano yung value ng voltage niya. And nandito yung kanyang dependent source. Okay? Ngayon, since this one is only connected with or in series, we can do KVL. Okay? So we can do KVL agad like this. Right? So what would be the next move? So atin lang i-KVL. So that's minus 30 volts. Okay? So papasok una yung ating current dito sa 30 volts para negative na side. Plus 10I, no, we let the whole current into I or variable I minus 3V1, okay, plus 5I, okay, plus 3, okay, equal to, wala pa, meron pa palang 15 sa baba. That is plus 15I equal to 0, right? Nasundan? Okay, what's next? We have to express, no? It's either expressing V1 to I or I to V1. Okay, you get me? So ano yung mas pinaka madali? We can do this. Okay? We can do V1 is equivalent to 5I. Right? So we can substitute it to our V1 here. Kasi ito yung mas konti lang yung variable. So that if we can find the value of I, we can just substitute it in or we can do I equals to B1 over 5. We can do that one. Para ang makuha natin agad is yung B1. Okay? Sounds good. So, try natin yung V1 para makuha natin agad yung V1. So, we have negative 30 plus 10, okay, times V1 over 5, okay, minus 3V1 plus 5 times V1 over 5, okay, plus 3 plus 15, okay, V1 over 5 equals to 0. Right? So, magka-cancel out ito and this one. and also this one. So what will be the value? So we have negative 30 plus 10 divided by 5, that is 2v1 minus 3v1 plus cancel 5 divided by 5, that's 1, that's v1 plus 3 plus 15 divided by 5, that's 3v1, sorry, this is v1. Okay, equal to 0. Alright, next is we combine like terms. So we have here uh, 2v1, 3v1, v1 here, and 3v1. So what's the answer? So we have, cancel out to. Cancel out din to. Tama? That's negative 3 and positive 3. So if we are going to add that one, 0. Okay? So we have remaining 2v1 and positive v1. So we can get negative 30 plus 3v1, okay, plus 3 equals to 0. Alright? So negative 30 plus 3, that's 27. Okay, that's negative 27. Sorry, plus 3v1. Okay, equals to 0. So we can transfer 27 here. So that's 3v1 equals to 27. So v1 will be 9. Okay, 9 volts. Alright. So now we can say that our answer here for 3v1 will just be the multiplication of 9 volts on it. So 9 times 3, that is 27. 27 volts. Okay? Now, ano yung, that's V1 pa. Okay? We have to find the power delivered to 10 ohm resistor, and that is this one. Okay? So, ano yung power delivered natin dito? So, we have formula P is equals to IV. Since we doesn't know what's the voltage in the 10 ohm resistor yet, we need to um, take the formula I squared R. Okay? Kasi alam natin yung R, which is 10. We also know the current. O, ano pala yung current natin, guys? We just have to substitute it on the formula. So, we have I equals to what? Ano yung ano natin? Current natin. May nag-comment. 9 over 5. So, it is 9 over amperes. Okay? So, we have here P equals to 9 over 5 squared times yung R natin is 10. So, that is equivalent to ilan? So, that's 9 over, sorry, 9 over 5 squared, okay, times 10. It's 162 over 5. Or we can say it's 32.4 watts, right? Sige. So, I guess that's the problem number 1. Okay, so let's move on to next problem. We'll try this one. It's T.3. Problem T.3 is to find I1. Okay, which is yung I1 dito. Ang I1 is located at this part. So, it's the current passing through the 2 ohm resistor. And yun yung kanyang voltage control, or yung current controller niya dito sa 3I1 natin. It's ating dependent source. Okay, so what will be the first move? We let the upper part as a node. Tama? This one is one node. Okay, so let this as node 1. Okay, don't mind the writings here. Okay, so that's node 1. Then we perform what? We perform KCL. Okay, This one is pababa. This one is pwede natin gawing pababa. This one is entering. This one is pababa. And this one is entering. Okay? So, KCL lang natin lahat ng input on this side, on the right side. And yung ating outgoing is on the left side. So, ano yung mga uh, input natin? So, we have 3i1 and 4. Yun lang ba? Okay. So, yun lang ang ating input. So, we equal it to our output, which is 8. We also have I over I3 over I3, sorry. So, ano yung ano natin? Ano yung malilit natin sa I3? This one is I3. So, lagyan natin I3. Let lang muna natin. Assume natin na I3 siya. And then, para naman siyang V. That's I3. Okay? Next is, ano pa yung nag-outgoing natin? I1. Dito sa 2 ohms natin. Okay? So, we have tatlong outgoing. So, we have 8, 3 ohms, and our 2 ohms. Now, we will express our I3, express natin into I1. Paano natin siya ma-express into I1? Paano kaya? Okay? So, paano natin i-express? Ito yung parang challenging part on this. Paano kaya natin yung I1? Kasi we are looking for I1. Now, the question is, how are we going to express your 3 ohm resistor as in terms of I1? Pwede ba natin siyang ma-express? Okay, we can simply say it's V over 2. Okay, since they are all parallel with each other, tama? Okay, so here, ito na part, at ito na part can be expressed into V, no? Since they are all the same or in parallel with each other, we can say that they all share with the same voltage, okay? So we can say that I1 or I1 here is V over 2. Your I3 here is V over 3. Okay? How about your 3I1? How can you express this one? Paano natin siya i-express? Hmm, yun nga. 3 times V over, ano yun? V over 2. Where did we get V over 2? For I1. Okay? Sige, that's correct. So we are going to substitute it. Kasi yung I1 natin, in terms of 3I1. Diba? So we're just going to substitute I1 on the voltage source. Ay, yung current source natin. So this one, with 3I1 here, substitute lang natin. So that's 3 times V over 2. Okay, plus 4 equal to 8 plus I3 natin, V over 3. Okay, plus your I1 is V over 2. Okay, so we multiply all by 6. Pwede yung 6. So that's 6 times 3, 18 divided by 2, that's 9. 9V. Okay, plus 6 times 4, 24 equal to 8 times 6, that's 48. Okay, plus 2V. okay, plus 3v equal to, sorry. Alright. So let's combine like terms. So we have here 9v plus 24, 48 plus 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, that's 5 oh. Okay. Then lipat natin dito sa kabila yung 5 oh. So that's 9v. Itong 24 naman dito sa kabila. Minus 5v equals to 48 minus 24. Okay, that's 4v equal to 48 minus 24. That's 24. Okay. So now it's divide natin 24 divided by 4. Okay? So V now is 6 fourths. Okay? So I think yan ba yung question? The question is I1. So we're just going to substitute it on this. Okay? So we have I1 equals to 6 divided by 3. And I1 is 3 amperes. Okay? So this is the answer for our question. 3.3. Okay, nakuha? Alright, so any question? Actually, the hardest part in here, or yung tricky part in here is how are you going to express, no? Hanapan natin ng paraan na yung variable ng isa can be expressed to the other variable or vice versa. And then let's if we got the expression, we substitute it on our equation. Okay, then we can solve na yung the remaining. Okay? Alright? So, naintindihan ba, guys? Alright. Sige. So, we'll end muna dito kasi I will transfer to other room kasi may class dito sa KB Lab or KB Lab. So, we'll end at this hour and then we'll just go back here at 2:30 to have our new lesson. Okay? So, 2:30, circuits pa rin tayo. So, break muna tayo for 5 minutes and then we'll come back at 3:30. Okay? Sige. So, we'll just end recording muna para putol yung ating